What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream, guys. Hopefully all are doing well. We are back. Another little reaction stream. I've really been enjoying this like alternation that I've been doing, where I've been like going live on my main ProHenis channel, doing some gaming content, then going live on Henis highlights, doing some reaction style content. It's been a really good time. I've really been enjoying it. Let's keep it up. Let's keep it going. Yeah. How's everybody doing though? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you guys are doing well. I don't really even know what we're going to react to today, but you guys know every single time we do one of these streams, we always end up finding stuff to react and to watch. By the way, I'm genuinely curious. Do you guys, when I talk, I know I've got a little bit of, I'll wait for some people to get in here actually. I'm going to ask about the quality of the audio and if you guys can hear me, if you guys can hear my AC when I talk. I have like a noise filter on that should filter out some background white noise. I use that like NVIDIA broadcast filter. And it should do a pretty good job of getting rid of some of that noise. But there's going to be some that's going to get through. Yo, Mars, what's up, my man? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing? Damn, I'm getting kind of hungry. All right, let's choose a piece of content to watch. Let's choose a piece of content to watch. How you doing, Mars? Welcome to the stream, my man. Oh, dude, you know what I keep freaking forgetting to do? I keep forgetting to set up a chatbot. Keep forgetting to set up a chatbot for my Henis highlight streams. Yo, what's up, Jose? How you doing, my man? Welcome to the stream, brother. All right. Idiots in Cars 66. I feel like this is always a good way to start off a Henis highlight stream.
Are you fucking kidding me right?
Okay. Listen, here's the thing. New haircut? Yeah. Much shorter haircut. Thank you for noticing, Jose. Yeah, do you think it looks good? All right. I always like to judge people when it comes to these videos. So, while I do think this car is like having super weird behavior, like transitioning over to the lane really slowly, doesn't really seem like they're conscious that this car is yeah, they're just kind of being weird, a bad driver. This car, who has the dash cam, can clearly see that the blinker comes on here. Like the blinker's on, the blinker's on, the blinker's on, the blinker's on. This car doesn't seem to be reacting to this at all. And I don't know why this car decides to brake. All of a sudden, maybe they were like, because the light was coming up? I don't know. Haircut looks sharp. Thank you. What's up, Lemon King? How you doing? Holy cow.
Whoa.
Jesus.
Oh,
Based.
oh my gosh.
All right, this is obviously the dash cam driver's fault. The car that rear ends any accident is always at fault. Not always, but yeah, that's, I mean, like they just definitely didn't give enough space. It's always fun judging people. What's up, Billy? How you doing? Dude, stop and go traffic like this is always the worst for like little rear ends, fender benders like this. Yeah. California plates too.
Bro. Oh.
Freaking liberals, dude.
What the fuck was that? Are you crazy?
Got him. That's so annoying though. I feel like that's when it happens the most though. Like those fender benders always have the most in stop and go traffic when people aren't really paying attention. What does he wipe out? Jesus Christ. Holy cow. Oh my God. Dude, this pickup truck actually just saved it. Like, they could have ended up in so much worse situation. Look at this. This car's trying to take a right from the left-hand lane. This car does an insane job of swerving out of the way. Almost recovers. Damn, that could have been a lot worse. Honestly, they're going to walk away from that. No damage to their car. That's insane. This is Texas. Jesus. Wait a minute. Whose fault was this? I don't even know. Okay, this car coming flying out. This guy tries to get out of the way. I don't know why he keeps turning to the right. Just totally lost control. That sucks. Damn, yeah, that red car is totally at fault. Avoided an accident, though. Holy shit. Yeah. Honestly, they did a pretty good job of recovering that, too. That could have been a lot worse for them. What is the whole neighborhood full of degenerates, dude? What's happening? What's up, Barry? Holy
water glasses.
Tesla
It's,
too. Damn.
not
EV
near, like,
drivers.
the dogs, like, you know, water
Yikes. Thank God that guy was paying attention.
That's fucking crazy.
Henry, does Sammy like the new cut? Yeah, she does. It's really good too because I'm going to Las Vegas in a couple days, and so it'll be nice to have like a shorter haircut and stuff for the warmer weather. It's gonna be like triple-digit weather while I'm there for COD champs. Is he gonna start wiping out because of the? Yep. Oh, damn! Recovered. I'm not worried about crashing. I'm more scared about a blowout on the highway. Yeah. I've never had that happen personally, but... Ooh, yikes. Okay, you guys are both gonna back up? Okay. I don't know, whose fault was that? Okay, yeah, this truck definitely should have been pulling out. Just unfortunately probably didn't see this car. Damn. Damn. Damn! Yeah! Frick you, dude! Yo! It's gonna take off! Oh, shit! Jesus Christ. You know what I picture happening? There's some kid inside that, like, flipped the cabana switch or something. Wait a second. Oh, shit.
What the fuck?
What the hell? Damn. My car was... hella obnoxious. Oh, oh. Damn. Bro, what is this white car trying to do? Just doesn't want to be stuck behind the big truck? They're gonna try to swoop in right here, aren't they? Yep. Yep. Damn. Idiots, dude. Morons.
Which, as you mentioned, is banned by China.
And why might that be? Well, that's because Shanghai aren't simply...
That brings a whole new definition to tailgating.
Taking the brush of the feet and...
They're just having a nice little stroll together. Oh, oh, oh. Jesus Christ. God damn. You're just giving him a push now? I have no idea. It almost looked like that. Damn. Why the f... is this guy just stopped in the middle of the... Damn. Bunch of idiots? What the hell is going on, dude? God damn.
Rented me while we're doing 100. Yes, correct. Yes. Yes. I need to exit Calgary Trail. Yes.
Is he gonna rear-end him again?
Yes, it is.
Dude, why is it always the pickup truck drivers?
Oh my god, he just rear-ended us again. What the fuck is this guy doing? He literally just rear-ended us again.
Dude, actual unhinged psychopaths on the road.
Oh my god, man. We're almost on 11th Street. We're almost on 11th Street. Yo, yeah, he's...
Who are they on the phone with?
He literally pulled out a gun on us, man.
Hey, what's up, Aaron?
Shit, bro. He's behind us, man. He is behind us. What the fuck? 111th Street. On that heading. Oh, man.
No, but it seemed like he was asking for something earlier that didn't make any sense. I know, like, 911 is the obvious guess, but, like, it didn't sound like... He was asking for something about... something earlier that didn't make any sense.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Well, this guy's going fucking crazy. Luckily, I got past some cars, but... Luckily, I got past some cars. He's behind us. He's stuck in traffic behind us now. but like, whoa, man.
Jesus.
What the fuck, man? Where did this guy come from?
What? I don't. Nah, he's.
No, I don't see him.
He's coming. He's fucking coming.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's back.
He's back.
What's up, second Aaron? Aaron Johnson?
He's coming in hot. He's right fucking. He's dead behind us, bro. Just keep driving.
Jesus Christ.
Patrol officer there.
Damn, and it cuts off right there? Yeah, for real. Jesus Christ. That's a nice way to end it. Jesus. God damn. Really just went their separate ways, huh? Hey, did you get a haircut? I did, yeah, a couple days ago. Looking sharp? Damn, they definitely increased the size of the shorts feed here on desktop. There used to be way less here. They made it bigger. Looks nice, thank you. Dude. Moist Critical has just been on like a content kick recently, man. He is doing content like crazy, like multiple uploads a day. Daily Dose of Internet. Look at Subbox. It's as big as the homepage thumbnails. It's really bad. I'd never even go into Subbox. Yeah, it does seem like the home screen thumbnails here have gotten bigger. Oh my god, are we gonna watch a Darman video? Subbox? Dude, I wonder how many people like statistically actually use that. Like, I'm sure YouTube has the numbers, but I doubt it's not that, doubt it's not that many. Yeah, let's do a Daily Dose of Internet video, though. I think one came up here, right? Hey, we want to watch the Trump indictment videos.
Hello everyone,
the
this
latest
is
Mr. Beast
your
video.
Daily Dose of Internet. I guess
Why are you
this
such a Darman? Because he literally makes the greatest content. And he is the best capitalist because he underpays his workers.
Hello everyone, this is your Daily Dose of Internet. I guess the school didn't approve of this teacher's yearbook photo, so they put a sticker on top of it.
What the heck? They put a sticker on there? What?
What's not to like about that picture, dude? This is why you don't get cats.
That's some good looking ice cream. Be a shame if someone were to split some skulls with it.
These are some of the falls a professional stuntman will practice for a movie.
Jesus. I think the craziest part about all this is how they do this without, like, seriously hurting themselves.
This guy is training his rat army to take over the world.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, it is.
What the hell?
This poor kid was getting chased
Damn,
by
that
this
sounded like that
terrifying
hurt.
dog. This guy was trying to sell his bike when he realized he was about to get jumped.
Where'd you get this?
Sorry. Yep. Yep. Hey, body gate.
Can I see?
No. What the?
Oh, damn.
Hey.
Good situational awareness from that guy. Holy shit.
Let's see here.
These doctors were taking care of this
Jesus.
lion when the lion suddenly woke up from being sedated.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. Ema, Ema, Ema,
Holy shit.
Ema, 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 Ema. Yeah, shh. Relax, relax, relax.
Bro, that's actually terrifying.
This little guy is an insurance scammer and pretended that he got hurt in an accident.
The hell is that? Wait, is that a flying squirrel? Damn, dude. Wait.
So I guess animals can get voice cracks as well.
I'm not gonna say anything. Is that Landon as a goat?
This dog started crying because he lost his tooth.
Oh.
It's okay, don't cry. You're fine. You'll get it back.
These police officers rescued this kangaroo that was swimming in the ocean. If your clothes are made of unnatural materials like polyester, they're going to be dirtier than clothes made of natural materials. You can see how the oil is attracted to this fabric made of polyester. And with this fabric made of cotton, the oil slides right off.
Interesting.
This feels illegal to know. I just learned that you can open bananas like a glue stick.
Yeah, except if you actually do this in public.
That is the end of this video. We hope you enjoyed,
actually
and I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Later.
Dude, wait, that was really satisfying.
And I'll see. That is the end of this video. We hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Later.
That's so cool to watch the dogs do that. What are those dogs called that do that? Is it beagles? No, what are the dogs called? Officer can't stop. Okay, I feel like...
Hello.
Border Collie, thank you. Yeah, yeah.
Hello. Hello. Hey, I'm Officer Smith.
I'm pretty sure it's Border Collie.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Smith. Sorry, I was on the phone.
You're on the phone?
I'll be honest. You can talk to him if you want.
I have a feeling this might get claimed, but I kind of want to watch some of this.
Only one drink.
Just one drink?
Yep. Yes,
Final
sir.
answer?
Miller. I won't lie to you, a Miller Lite.
That's all you've had?
Yes, sir. You can ask Zachary.
I don't really want to talk to Zachary.
I know you don't.
I wanted to say, like, a Miller did that to you? Big Miller, 128 ounce.
You can ask Zachary.
You're making me giggle.
He makes me giggle, too. Sorry. We're supposed to be professional. Everybody, let's get it together. All right, stop laughing because you're making me laugh.
I'm not.
Right? Seriously.
I'm giggling. You're smiling. I can't help it.
All right, stop.
I'm smiling.
No,
I'm sorry.
Anyway.
I get nervous. 5, 12, 25.
Zach, are you still
Jesus.
here? The car seat. I dropped some weed.
Some what?
Some weed.
Dun dun dun.
Oh, it's empty.
Well, what is it? Don't you do it. If you do it, I'm gonna do it.
Oh, it's puke.
It smells like puke.
Look, it's like puke or something. It is puke.
I'm gonna throw up.
I didn't realize it until just now. That is puke.
I'm gonna fucking throw up.
Jesus.
There's no way that's not puke.
It looks like it.
God, get it together. It's not even like that, like normal puke. It's puke. Take the weed card.
Yeah.
Hello.
Can I please have my inhaler?
Your inhaler?
I guess if it's a medical emergency. Oh, that's not secure at all.
Since when did these like cop videos become like YouTube gaming videos where they're chopped up like this?
What's up for you?
Like, why is this kind of cut up in a funny way?
None of my business, though, right? It's just your kid's life.
What channel is this on? Real World Police?
You're not gonna be put in a cell with a bunch of crackheads.
Oh my god, is there a dog?
There is a dog.
Where?
Over here. His name is Kolyak. That's my dog. You're not even looking. That's my dog.
Is that your dog? What's his name?
His name is
What's up, Katrina?
Don't run out here, because it's all gated in, and that's just another charge, bro. And I got an 85-pound Belgian Malinois.
I want to kiss him.
The dog or the canine
dog.
officer?
The dog. Look at
He's flirting. Oh, I mean, 100%. Well, imagine if like they were doing like a traffic stop on a dude and he was drunk and he kept smiling. I don't think they'd be like, oh, "Stop! You're making me laugh."
That's awesome.
That probably wouldn't be happening.
Hopefully he's sleeping.
Speaking of flirting, someone flirted with my 17-year-old sister tonight. Oh, wait, was it a overage person?
I'm glad we didn't go to high school together because this would be more awkward. What are you talking about your lung capacity?
That was actually very easy compared to what I'm used to.
What do you mean? You've done this before?
No, I've never done this before.
Some older guy, we're pretty sure, yeah? Yikers. Like, bro, come on, throw her ass in jail. What is this intro, dude? What is happening?
Hey,
Okay, wait, that was just a summary? I feel like we just watched the whole thing.
Sorry, I was on the phone.
You're on the phone?
I'll be honest.
Okay. Who are you on the phone with?
My baby daddy. I'll show it to you too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zachary?
Zachary!
You can talk to him if you want.
Where are you coming from?
I'm coming from JJ's. I just got off. I'm going to street. Go home.
Where are you coming from?
I'm coming from JJ's. I just got off. I'm going to street. Go home. Yeah.
Okay. You live on the street?
Yes, sir.
In Bentonville?
Yep.
Okay. What time did your shift end at JJ's?
It ended at 10:30.
Okay. Did you have to clean up and all that stuff? Okay. How much do you have to drink tonight?
Only one drink.
Just one drink?
Yep. Yes,
Final
sir.
answer?
Miller.
A Miller Lite?
Yes. I won't lie to you, a Miller Lite.
That's all you've had?
Yes, sir. You can ask Zachary.
I don't really want to talk to Zachary.
I know you don't, but I'm just saying.
Okay. Hey, do you have your driver's license?
Yes, sir. Here's these two, my insurance and registration. Give me a second because I do throw my driver license in here.
Oh, wait. Why am I buffering, dude? Wait, what's causing my internet to lag, bro? Okay. We were just lagging there for a second. I don't know what's going on.
I always throw it in here.
Wait, we're still lagging. Hello?
Alright, well, let's keep on looking.
This is my internet. This isn't even my computer.
Back, okay? The old jacket on?
Yeah.
I should have worn my sweater tonight.
You should have. Yeah, I can smell it from across the bar.
Oh yeah, dude, she was all over the road. She's like, I had 1 Miller Lite. There's no, I wanted to say,
You're good on my end?
to you.
Big Miller.
I was gonna say, was it like a...
The 128 ounce Miller.
Yeah, like a freaking bucket of Miller. Poor thing.
I just got the alert on my dashboard that was like, YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth watching experience or whatever, and I was worried it was like a copyright notification.
We're on 8th Street.
Is this loud enough?
Doesn't look familiar. Doesn't mean much though.
No. Alright,
It
where
is
we
frame
at
drops. It is frame drops. It's only been 3% of the total stream though, so it's not a whole lot.
Brooke?
Yes.
Teague. Am I saying that right? Teague?
Yes. Like baseball league.
Teague like baseball league.
Yep. It helps people spell it because they never spell it correctly.
971, 71. Female to Arkansas, last name Teague. Spelling is Tom Edward Adam, George Union Edward, first of Brooke, middle of Danielle, date of birth in 1996. All right, Brooke, hey, would you want to do some field sobriety tests to make sure you're good to go?
Yeah.
All right.
You want me to
Dude, in those pre...
Whatever you want to do, you can leave it on or run it. Or
I'm keeping it warm.
Go back in front of my car for me, okay? No guns or knives on you?
No.
Okay.
Did you hear that Call of Duty took out to the 10-minute bundle? Yeah, we talked a little bit about that yesterday, or the day before.
Typical. All right, you wear glasses or contacts?
I am blind, but I don't wear contacts because I had a cataracts issue.
Okay. Do you want a jacket?
I do not, but I'll be fine.
Okay. All right, take a step forward for me. All right, put your feet together like mine, heel to heel, toe to toe. Keep your arms at your side and just relax. Okay, look straight ahead. You see, tip my finger. Yes, no?
Yes.
All right, follow with your eyes. Don't move your head. Do you understand that?
Okay.
Okay. You want to move your hair a little bit for me? Appreciate it. All right, right here, okay? Don't move your head.
I usually don't know how much movement they look for.
Let's move your head.
Is that considered too much? I don't even know. Probably, right? You should be able to do it keeping your head totally still if you're sober.
You're making me giggle. I'm sorry.
He makes me giggle too. It's okay.
Okay. I snore. I'm from Huntsville.
We're supposed to be professional.
I'm from Huntsville. Isn't gonna make me snort.
Everybody, let's
let's
get it together. Okay.
Wonder why they're doing it again. Seen worse, to be honest. Yeah. She's trying to be funny? No, she's probably just drunk, so she's just in a goofy mood.
All right, stop laughing because you're making me laugh.
I'm not.
Right? Seriously.
I'm giggling. I'm
All right,
sorry.
this is a serious deal. All right. Okay. All right. Hands at your side, though.
I can't help. What if I'm just
All right.
smiling.
No,
I'm sorry.
Anyway.
I get nervous.
Okay. Right. Don't move your head, okay? Right. You sure you don't have like a
damn, how cold is
blanket
it?
you can throw on yourself?
Where are they?
I just cleaned my car out, to be honest with you.
Okay.
What, do we know where this was?
Alright, step right in this circle that I just made.
Okay.
And face this way.
Okay.
Alright. Imagine a straight line coming on that imaginary line. Keep your arms at your side and just relax.
Alright,
okay,
let's
don't
see if
move
she
until I
passes
tell you to do
this.
So do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Alright. For this test, I'm going to take 9 heel to toe steps down the imaginary line, make a small turn, and then take 9 more heel to toe steps
9,
back
7,
down that
1.
imaginary line with your arms at your side, looking down at your feet, and counting out loud. It's going to look and sound like this.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, so on and so forth until you get to 9. Assuming this is your lead foot, take a series of small steps exactly like so to turn around, and then take 9 more heel to toe steps back down the imaginary line. 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth until you get to 9. For demonstration purposes, I'm doing 3. Remember, you're doing
Lincoln, no
9.
worries, man.
Okay, during this test, remember, keep your arms at your side, look down at your feet, count out loud, and do not stop the test until you've completed the test.
Okay.
Okay, do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Do you understand the test?
Yes, sir.
All right, remember, keep your arms at your side, okay? You can begin whenever you're ready.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Dude, come on. I don't care how uncoordinated you are. You've got to be able to do better than that if you're suffering.
8, 9, 10.
All right. Go ahead and put
Like, I know you can be nervous and it can be cold and stuff, but
feet
come
back
on.
together again, heel, toe,
Come
toe. Put your arms down at your side.
I haven't watched a whole lot of these, so I wonder if that's considered like really bad or
Just relax,
I
do
don't
not
know.
move until I tell you to do so, okay? You above the ground, approximately 6 inches, with your toe pointing forward, your knees straight, your arms at your side, looking down at your elevated toe. You're going to count out loud. 1001, 1002, 1 foot, approximately 6 inches.
This is just the balance test, right?
Keep your arms at your side, okay? Out of your pockets.
1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4 second, 5 second, 6 second, 7 second, 8 second, 9 second, 10 second, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
You can put your foot.
That's it?
Yes, sir. You can call Mitchell, the manager.
Okay. Well, hey, go ahead and put your hands on your back for me, okay?
Yeah.
Take for me.
9:29.
Hey, so,
I have a son. Can my...
So-
come get the car.
Hold on 1 second. 971 is 1015.
He's on the phone still.
Who is?
My baby daddy. It's on the dashboard.
Okay.
Zachary?
Yes.
Okay, do you have anything in your pockets?
No,
At
sir.
all?
No.
Nothing at all?
No. Nothing that will hurt you, no.
Well, anything at all.
No, nothing.
Like a pack of gum
No.
would be
No.
something. All right.
Police, that say?
No.
Something.
I'm still curious where this is. Because they're all bundled up and it looks cold, but they have like southern accents. Bentonville? No idea where that is. Somebody had to look that up. Bentonville.
Yeah.
Arkansas.
929. We'll also need a code 11.
A pack of gum. He was just asking if she had anything on her. And then he was like, he just used pack of gum as an example. I'm pretty sure that's what he said. I'm pretty sure he was just like, a pack of gum would be something.
No,
At
sir.
all?
No.
Nothing at all?
No. Yes.
Okay, do you have anything in your pockets?
No,
At
sir.
all?
No.
Nothing at all?
No. Nothing that will hurt you, no.
Well,
Right, and then she responded and she was like, nothing that'll hurt you. And then he was like, and then he
anything
says,
at all?
No, nothing.
Like a pack of gum
No.
would be
No.
something.
yeah.
All right.
Arkansas. Arkansas. Little Rock, Arkansas.
929. We'll also need a code 11.
Props to Zachary, dude, for staying on the line. I mean, yeah, I guess if it's Your baby mama's getting pulled over. Probably wait for confirmation, I guess. But this has been like 15 minutes.
We're gonna be at Credit Cars on South Walton.
Zachary! What up, Bailey?
Zach, are you still here? Zachary? Yeah. Hey, I'm Officer Smith with the Bentonville Police Department. She wanted me to let you know that, so she's been placed under arrest, and she'll be in the county for an 8-hour sober hold, okay? Well, so it's being towed to Bentonville Towing. Are you also the registered owner, or is it just her? The car seat? Where are you at right now? Where's your house at? Do you know where Credit Cars is? So Rainbow Curve, South Walton, and 34th Street. No, that's where we're at right now. So we can take the car seat out, and because we're going to tow the vehicle, but I can take the car seat out, and you can come pick it up for the kid. Does that make sense? You can't drive? I got you. I know. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you there, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, but tomorrow...
what, is he drunk too? Or is he working or something?
You and her can go to Bentonville Towing and get it out. So it'll just be until tomorrow. She's gonna
Zachary's getting custody!
Visit.
Alright, we're gonna skip the whole like puke thing.
She's freaking out a little bit, so I guess we'll assure you that it's gonna be alright. You'll be fine, okay?
Oh, that's not secure at all. Are you fucking kidding me? I hate people. Come on. Tighten this up for you, because you can't do it yourself. That's what I'm trying to get, man.
Wait, aren't they just gonna take it out though? Or by this time tomorrow, if they're going to get it, they'll just get the car, right?
It literally says up.
Yeah. Alright, you down and we start reading stuff. You can't put anything in your mouth, okay?
Can you take it out completely?
Take what out completely?
The freaking hair in my cheek. Yeah, that'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Do you have like a ponytail
No.
thing? Or? Okay.
It's fine. I'll be fine.
So I'm gonna bring
my inhaler.
the inhaler, but
Okay.
after when we
shut
get to that point,
Yep.
you can talk. No, I'm just saying that like you can't have it. You can't put anything in your mouth because that'll affect.
I mean,
stuff.
I can't. My hands are behind my back. Yep.
Well, you won't be in handcuffs at that point.
I'll have my inhaler.
Yeah, but after we start reading, you can't put anything in your mouth. Okay. Just watch this. Let's go in here.
So is it just like them flirting for the rest of this video? We'll see what the comments say, because I'm not going to watch the rest of this. These two are going to have a wild story to tell at the wedding. She has to be one of the sweetest, intoxicated people I've ever seen. Law enforcement deserves an A+ for their interaction. She obviously has been told no growing up as a kid. She remained friendly, respectful, and calm even after all was said and done, which leads me to believe she wasn't being friendly. Which leads me to believe she wasn't being friendly to get out of it. And you can tell Officer Smith did too, feel bad when she started breaking down. Yeah, seems like she was polite and respectful. The cop who touches the car seat deserves a huge raise. More cops need to aspire to be like him. This is the first time I see the legal procedures inside the police station from beginning to end, thanks to this polite lady and this respected policeman. Good job all around, folks. Good job. Don't sleep and drive. Tesla cam. What? What? Shocker. Dude, what was that game that Dr. Disrespect was talking about? Who the views from the game were view botted? So I think, wasn't there some like, this might have been an old clip. I think was the game called Marathon? I gotta see this. Yeah, wait, hold on. Okay, hold on. Alright, guys. Here's two separate videos, alright? I saw Dr. Disrespect in a clip talking about this. So there's this new game that got announced called Marathon. I don't know what kind of game it is. Extraction shooter, PvP extraction shooter. So this trailer for the game was posted on the PlayStation YouTube, which has almost 15 million subscribers. Video got about 500,000 views, 1,300 comments. Seems pretty standard. The Marathon trailer was also posted on the Marathon YouTube channel. Got 19 million views. I mean, it's possible. But like, if you look at the view ratio to like ratio to comments, right? 500,000 views, 16,000 likes, 1,300 comments. Almost 20 million views, 19.5 million views, 45,000 likes, 3,000 comments. I don't know. It's not the craziest thing I've ever seen on YouTube, but it does make you think when you look at those numbers, because those numbers, that is crazy. Unless it was like just a really popular game. I don't know. But I saw Dr. Disrespect kind of like calling out the game for view botting their trailer views. Hey, Jack Frags did a video on it. Xbox did a video on it. XGC reacts to their new game. How is it? Is it a cool looking game? Let's watch the trailer. Apparently this video got 19 million views. Bungie? The guy who said he deserves an A+ reminds me of the YouTube channel Audit, where the guy ranks a citizen in the police. Wait, really, Jose? Oh, that's kind of cool. I didn't even know. Like, he just like ranks police and civilian interactions. It's kind of cool. Looks like a cool game. The visual effects and everything were sick. Like, weirdly unnerving, too. They were like, some of those shots were kind of unsettling. Yeah, there are interactions, and the guy running the channel does a lot of research about the law and informs good information about throughout the interaction. That's cool. Dude, yeah, that's really sick. That's really, really cool. I feel like that'd be good content just for people to like watch too, just in general, to kind of get an idea of like what your rights are, understanding your rights better. Because like me personally, I'm terrible at knowing what my rights are. Like, I know I have a very basic understanding, but there's probably a lot of stuff that I don't know that could probably be used to my advantage, but I just don't know it.
Air quality alert. Never have I ever seen it this color outside before. That's not a filter, it's like smoky and orange everywhere in New York City.
Top story, the air quality alert across the tri-state area due to smoke from the wildfires burning in Canada. The smoke blanketed the city this morning, covering landmarks. City leaders say the air quality...
It's definitely informative, maybe a little overwhelming. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of it it's probably hard to digest all that information, I'm sure.
...has not been this bad since the 1960s.
Sheesh.
But like, fog and haze is fine. This is like actual dangerous smoke.
No, I know.
I read a statistic, by the way, that was like if you were outside for 24 hours straight in this, it'd be the equivalent of smoking 6 cigarettes. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's an overstatement, understatement. I don't know. But interesting to think about. Like, it's like we always like, because like, you know, people talk about like, oh yeah, the air quality was awful, but like people are going about their lives. Like, I wonder what it would have to, I wonder what circumstances it would have to be for it to be like actually like seriously life threatening, you know? I wonder.
Like really bad wildfires in Canada right now, and the smoke from those wildfires has come down, and that's what's like sitting on top of New York City. That's where all of this like crazy smoke's coming. What's wrong?
We are filming a stunt right here.
Can I go on the sidewalk?
No.
Okay. Can I wait right here?
You can wait. Yeah, just.
This has nothing to do with the wildfires, but they're shooting Ghostbusters 2 right here.
1 second, everybody. Hold on, folks.
Oh, cool.
Sorry, I'm just not letting anybody go while we do this stunt sequence. Just a lot of moving parts. I'll let you know when it's safe.
Cool.
Damn, that's sick.
Wow.
That's
So
cool.
My kids go to the same school as that guy's kids. New York City, it's a small community. Visibility, I would say, is maybe 1.5 miles. You could feel it in your throat. For those of you that are like old like me, you remember when you used to be able to smoke in bars and nightclubs, and the next morning you'd have that feeling? That's what it feels like right now.
So eerie looking. It almost looks like something out of like a, it looks like a war scene almost, you know what I mean? Like that filter on it. Wild. What's the progress on those fires? Does anybody know? We'll do some research while we're watching this. Canadian. According to the Canadian Interagency Forest Fire Center, there are currently 450 active fires across the country. Of those, 220 were labeled out of control. Damn.
I've never seen this before. Does the mask make a difference with the smoke?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. The mask makes a big difference.
It's interesting because I live in New Hampshire, which is like physically closer to Canada, but because of the way the wind was blowing, I was on FaceTime with Landon and he like walked outside because he's in New Jersey, and like the smoke and the haze and everything just hit him so much harder compared to where I am. Damn, man, crazy. Wait, Mark Zuckerberg on Apple Vision Pro.
I have to ask, Apple just announced a mixed reality headset called Vision Pro for $3,500, available in early 2024. What do you think about this headset?
Is this really loud or is this just me?
Play with it yet. So I saw the materials.
What do you think about this headset?
Well, I saw the materials when they launched. I haven't gotten a chance to play with it yet. So kind of take everything with a grain of salt. But a few high level thoughts. I mean, first, I do think that this is a certain level of validation for the category, right? Where, when we were the
that's literally what I said,
folks
dude.
out there before saying, hey, I think that this, virtual reality, augmented reality, mixed reality, this is going to be a big part of the next computing platform. I think having Apple come in and share that vision will make a lot of people who are fans of their products really consider that. And then, of course, the $3,500 price.
Dude, it's so.
On the one hand, I get it with all the stuff that they're trying to pack in there. On the other hand, a lot of people aren't going to find that to be affordable. So I think that there's a chance that them coming in actually increases demand for the overall space, and that Quest 3 is actually the primary beneficiary of that, because a lot of the people who might say, hey, this, I'm going to give another consideration to this, or, now I understand maybe what mixed reality is more, and Quest 3 is the best one on the market that I can afford. And it's great also, right? I think that's, and, in our own way, I think there are a lot of features that.
It's so funny, dude. I'm so internet rotten brained in my head that like I'm expecting the CEO of Facebook to be like trashing a somewhat competitor. You know what I mean? Like if somebody was like, hey, what do you think about, like in the YouTuber world, it's like, hey, what do you think about this YouTuber trying to do this thing that's like similar to you? And it's like, man, fuck that guy. You know what I mean? Like all the internet fights and stuff, but he's just like, he's coming out, he's like, I think we're actually going to benefit from this. Like, this is how the rest of the world interacts. I'm sitting here like, why is he not shitting on him? Why is there no drama? Mark Zuckerberg slams the Apple Vision Pro, calls Tim Cook a loser.
We're leading on. So I think that's
a really good point, though, that he makes.
That could be quite good. And then obviously over time, the companies are just focused on somewhat different things, right? Apple has always.
This feels like a very media trained response too. YouTube is the king of drama. Yeah. 3,500 is a crazy price, Jason. I agree. It's a crazy price tag.
I think focused on building really kind of high-end things, whereas our focus has been on we have a more democratic ethos. We want to build things that are accessible to a wider number of people. We've sold tens of millions of Quest devices.
Damn.
My understanding
is that a lot, actually?
Just based on rumors, I don't have any special knowledge on this, is that Apple is building about 1 million of their device, right? So just in terms of like what you kind of expect in terms of sales numbers, I just think that this is, Quest is going to be the primary thing that people in the market will continue using for the foreseeable future. And then obviously over the long term, it's up to the companies to see how well we each execute at the different things that we're doing. But
yeah, I'll let him finish.
We kind of come at it from different places. We're very focused on social interaction, communication, being more active, right? So there's fitness, there's gaming, there are those things. Whereas I think a lot of the use cases that you saw in Apple's launch material were more around, people sitting, people looking at screens, which are great. I think that you will replace your laptop over time with a headset. But I think in terms of kind of how the different use cases that the companies are going after, they're a bit different for where we are right now.
Yeah. So.
Dude, it's so interesting too, because I literally talked about this. We couldn't watch the entire Apple reveal from their official YouTube channel about the Apple Vision Pro because YouTube kept like claiming it was copyrighted content, and then it shut my stream down so we couldn't talk about it. But like after reacting to that video, we literally had a whole talk about it. And like the Apple Vision Pro headset, I personally felt it's kind of gimmicky. It has some cool features, right? Like you can sit down on your couch and scroll through the photos that are in your camera roll. You can sit down on your couch and watch movies on like what would be like a giant movie theater type screen. I think that's the biggest pull for it. All the other use cases though, like when Apple tries to touch on productivity, like they show someone working on a PowerPoint, that just doesn't make any sense. You would want a keyboard in order to edit text. It just doesn't feel intuitive for that level of work yet. The way I interpret Apple's move is like over their 10-minute video that I watched, they kind of had to stretch the video in order to make it seem like they had a whole lot of features, but really it's just like you can sit down. There's some very specific things, right? Like you could do a 3D camera, you can watch movies on a big screen, you can take 3D pictures. Like those things are all cool. You can do like a 3D rendered FaceTime with other people. Those things are all cool, but they're kind of gimmicky. They don't really add any functionality. So I kind of agree with Mark's take here, and it's kind of like Facebook was kind of the head of saying like, look, hey, this is probably where like computing, social media, like the next level of like interaction and technological evolution is headed. let's get started on this now. And I think Apple's like, hey, you know what? We agree. Let's start on this now. So at least now that Apple's making a headset, they're not going to be behind once this technology actually becomes like a thing. I still think we're a ways away from, we've got to solve battery life issues. Even though the Quest Life is way less expensive, it's not very like, it got memed a lot. Their like whole Horizon app that they made looked kind of like an old retro game. It didn't really look realistic. But in my head, when I think about VR and AR technology, like when you think about technology that's changed the world, it's been like the internet and social media. And the reason those things have really changed the world is because they've allowed human beings to connect more. And we're very social creatures. That's going to be a big reason that you're going to be able to get a lot of people on board with a new tech product, a new wave of technology. And I think VR, AR will be that next level of computing, like Mark said, because it'll enable us to have more intimate social connections with people. Like, imagine instead of just FaceTiming, which is already a step above a phone call or a step above sending a letter to somebody, right? If you're going really old school. Imagine VR is like, Jose puts on his VR headset, I put on my VR headset. We're both sitting on our couches in our living rooms, but then we put on our headsets and it looks like we're in the room together and there's a virtual table in front of us. We can play cards and we can interact and we can chat, but it feels like we're in the same space. It's almost like teleportation, but not quite. That feels like very much where we're headed. And that's going to be the biggest pull for a large general audience of people to get on board with, in my opinion. But everything right now just feels kind of gimmicky. And it's, the Quest Pro and stuff like the Valve Index is going to be, very niche for people who are excited about the tech or who want a game, or people like me who want to make content on other people who have money to blow. But the $3,500 price tag is ridiculous. Apple knows that that's not for the average consumer. My guess is they're just like, look, we agree with the rest of the world that this is probably where technology is headed. So let's just get our foot in the door now. And that's why I kind of like, last thing I'll say is like, I sided with Facebook and Meta when they made this decision to like change their whole company name to Meta. That was a great decision because you got to look at it from like their business perspective, right? Facebook had reached the ceiling of like social media success, right? Like how many, like 3 billion active users, there's 8 billion people in the world. Realistically, yeah, Facebook could continue to grow as a social media platform, right? But like they've pretty much hit the ceiling. There's not really anywhere else for them to go. So as a business, they can say, look, we can maybe grow a few percentages more year over year, but we're going to start losing people. We're going to kind of fade out to newer, cooler, hipper things that come out. So we can do this maybe for a couple more years, or we can say, hey, look, this is probably where social media and technology and human interaction is actually headed. Let's just make a hard pivot and put all our chips on VR, AR. And I think that's the smartest decision they could have made. But a lot of people clown them for it. I think that's the smartest business decision that they could have made. And I think they'll be right in the long term.
So their gaming wasn't a big part of the presentation, which is interesting. It feels like mixed reality gaming is such a big part of that. It was interesting to see.
Not for most people, though.
Well, I mean, look, there are certain design trade-offs in this where, I think they made this point about not wanting to have controllers, which on the one hand, there's a certain elegance about just being able to navigate the system with eye gaze and hand tracking. And by the way, you'll be able to just navigate Quest with your hands too, if that's what you want.
One of the things I should mention is that the capability from the cameras to with computer vision to detect certain aspects of the hand, allowing you to have a controller that doesn't have that ring thing.
Yeah, like, the hand tracking in Quest 3 and the controller really nice. Tracking is a big step up from the last generation. And one of the demos that we have is basically an MR experience teaching you how to play piano, where it basically highlights the notes that you need to play, and it's like it's hands, it's no controllers.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's cool.
I think if you care about gaming, having a controller allows you to have a more tactile feel and allows you to capture fine motor movement much more precisely than what you can do with hands without something that you're touching. So again, I think there are certain questions which are just around what use cases are you optimizing for. I think if you want to play games, then I think that's
kind of what points to the Apple Vision Pro too, is like, I feel like Apple wanted to get into the VR space, but they needed to wait for the technology to develop and then kind of do it the Apple way. It's a very Apple thing to have a very lightweight, comfortable headset that's made out of really high quality materials. But Apple would have never released a product that required you to be tethered to a computer. That's not the Apple way to do it. They needed to be lightweight, easily portable. And I'm sure Apple is so pissed that they even have to have it tethered to a battery pack. I'm sure that sucks for them, but that's their way of getting into the industry, right? Because the perfect Apple way would be the battery would be embedded, but somebody made a decision that that would make the headset too heavy, it'd be uncomfortable. And this is a small compromise in order to like give a little bit more longevity to the headset's battery. But like as far as the whole gaming thing too, what I feel like most people are gonna have to realize is like, yeah, even though the Apple Pro, like they didn't make a whole lot of advertisements towards gaming, that's not what most people are gonna be purchasing a product like that for. I get that'll be like probably a big part of it, but again, when you're Apple and you're trying to market towards the widest, most general audience possible, I feel like their marketing is gonna highlight that, but it's not going to focus on it. That's not going to be like, again, I think like social interaction and connecting people is going to be the big push for AR and VR.
Then I think you want to design the system in a different way, and we're more focused on kind of social experiences, entertainment experiences. Whereas if what you want is to make sure that the text that you read on a screen is as crisp as possible, then you need to make the design and cost trade-offs that they made that lead you to making a $3,500 device. So I think that there is a use case for that for sure, but I just think that the companies we've basically made different design trade-offs to get to the use cases that we're trying to serve.
There's a lot of other stuff I would love to talk to you about the metaverse, especially the Kodak Avatar, which I've gotten to experience a lot of different variations of recently that I'm really, really excited about.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk about that too.
I'll have to wait a little bit because, well, I think there's a lot more to show off in that regard.
Great video. Zuck obviously got his hairline trimmed to perfectly line up with the top of a pair of VR goggles. This man is always one step ahead. Oh, why you gotta do my boy Mark like that, dude? No. Wait, he actually is perfectly outlined for that. That's funny. Mark's programming is getting really good. He did feel more like human in this interaction. Very media trained though. Like the way he was responding felt very calculated. Not necessarily off-putting because I felt like he was honest and transparent where he needed to be, but the fact that we can hear some of the most influential CEOs discuss products just a few days after they drop is mind-blowing. I love this podcast. Keep being great, Lex. That is really cool. That's really cool. Mark Zuckerberg on Elon Musk. Oh boy. I don't know if we're going to watch that. What the Jesus Christ. Let's watch some short
This
form
shot
content.
is like so square and symmetrical. Do you do that on purpose? Yeah, always. I get super frustrated if shots are skewed.
Typically, square shots I find to be the most satisfying, calming to watch, and then I fucking hate camera movement. Really? If you go watch my videos, 9 out of 10 shots are static.
Why? Do you know why?
Because as a human being, like, if you watch any mom film or kids at the park or the dog running around, it's always mimicking how your head works. Our eyeballs and our brain can process so much data. We have these wide-angle eyes. So you would think intuitively you can do the same with the camera. You absolutely cannot. So there's so much fucking information in this shot. If the camera's moving, it's like, wow, let the action move, not the camera.
This shot is...
That's a good point. When your FBI agent accidentally turns on the camera. James Charles throwing it back compilation.
Oh shit.
Hey, did you mean that? Yeah, 10. You think I'm a 10? 7. Well, that's still pretty good. 2. What? 0. 93, 75, 194, 253. Those numbers sound familiar.
Oh,
no, you're not going anywhere. What do you want? I think my girlfriend's cheating on me with my best friend, and I want to know what they're doing right now. She's not online right now, but he is. Okay, what's he looking at? Here's his screen.
Oh, it's a nice
say
look.
like sorry, daddy.
Ew.
No, don't say hee hee. Fuck, you just ruined it all. Yep, we're not calling him now. You just fucking ruined it all.
Sure, saying he just really turned. Yeah.
Yo, I got W wrists.
Hello?
Hi.
Oh, hi.
How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm just laying in bed.
Anything you want to talk about?
I can't really think of anything together.
Look at this dude.
Pat got selling. Is there somebody there with you?
No? Why?
I thought I heard another voice.
He definitely knows something's off now.
I don't know. I guess I'm kind of a little bit nervous.
Understandable.
Because, you know, internet. Woohoo.
Ew! Internet, woohoo!
Anyway, I could see maybe more of you.
Maybe start off with audio first.
So you said you were going to start?
Yeah, I'll start now.
Here comes Pat God.
I'm so confused. They all on a call together or something?
Nah, fuck this shit. My dude, bitch ass loser.
Say like sorry.
What
When
the
my first
fuck?
apartment got raided, when I was in Glendale, I was playing Detroit, and then they pulled me out of the room, right? And after they did like they checked for threat and they cleared the house, they pulled me out, right? And all the police were there, right? And I think they thought I was like a meth addict. I think they thought I was in my room, and they kept asking, dude, when is the last time you've eaten? And I was like I don't know, like 6 hours ago. It's like, okay. No, dude, tell me the truth, man. When's the last time you've gotten food? I'm like, dude, I just told you like 6 hours ago. Okay, sure, man. Now, when was the last time you had some sleep? I'm like, dude, like yesterday, man. It's like, no. When's the last time you went to bed? I'm like, dude, like yesterday, dude. And they just kept putting these questions, and I think they thought I was like some crazy meth head that's been up for like days and not eating any food, man. And you know when they asked if I search you, is there anything that's gonna stick, rod, or poke me or whatever? The guy was real careful, dude. He took his time searching me, dude. He was scared of getting fucking poked by a needle, dude. When my first
Jesus
This
Christ.
is the cheapest smartphone from Amazon. Now, I only had 2 requirements when buying the cheapest smartphone, and that was that it had to be unlocked and it had to be through Amazon Prime. And so for $42, I got the
Damn.
Joy Dessous i13 Android 3G smartphone. This looks kind of terrible.
3G.
We give you a nice little peel. Oh, we get to peel the back as well.
You know what's amazing? It's so crazy how far smartphones have come because, like, dude, 5 years ago, this probably would have been like a high-end
Also in the
phone.
box, we actually get a free screen protector.
At least it looks modern,
It
you know?
actually comes with all the accessories. We get a free case, free earbuds, a free charger and charging cable, and a SIM card
Damn.
tool. And without further ado,
Can't say that about every
here
phone
is the
nowadays.
$42 smartphone from Amazon. And before we even turn it on, you can already see how massive the bezels are. It's almost like
Yeah.
it has 2 bezels. Like there's this outer bezel and then this like inner bezel. But let's power it up and see if this thing actually works. It's not turning on. I think we may need to charge it.
$1 or mystery gift.
He has been awaiting you. Open it.
What's going on? Mr. Beast hoodie?
Put it on. Take your shoes off.
Really?
Take your socks off.
Here, do you want them?
Follow me.
This is crazy.
What the?
I'm scared. Is this for me?
Open.
What? What is all this Mr. Beast stuff? What now? No. Bro, really? There's no way you're driving right now, dude. What's up with all this Mr. Beast stuff, dude?
Open.
What is this thing? What the heck is in this thing?
Jimmy!
$1 or mystery box?
For sure, mystery gift.
$1. Quest complete.
$1.
Dude, I love that Mr. Beast like does these collaborations with these TikTokers. It's so great. It's so good for his content and, and his brand. It's so funny too.
Literally at max weight, 80,000 pounds. Come on, truck, get up the hill, go! Another thing about being fully loaded is that it takes a long time to stop, usually a mile. Slow.
No shot.
Slow. And it doesn't.
Dude, that is one of those things that maybe it does take a mile, but you do, I guess because he's at max load too, you do underestimate how much time it takes and how much pressure it takes to stop a big truck like this. Because when I drove, was it like a 24-foot U-Haul? Like getting that thing to brake was crazy. Like that's a serious calf workout driving that thing from New Jersey to New Hampshire. Like that, you do have to like stop considerably sooner than you think you would usually need to if you were driving a car. Also, why does it feel like, I genuinely feel like trucking would be a fun job to do like once a month. I feel like I'd actually really enjoy it. Especially at night. I don't know, as long as I'm not dealing with like asshole drivers or whatever. I feel like it'd be kind of relaxing, no? Maybe trucking should be the new jury duty. We just make people like truck once a month. But like navigating, like, yeah, maneuvering a truck like this is probably
Doesn't help
really...
when you're driving around idiots like this guy. Luckily,
Nice.
though, I was close to my delivery point, so the odds of me encountering another
shit.
crazy driver are really low. I am 7 minutes away from my delivery.
Then turn left.
I've never been to jury duty either.
Here? Alright, they told me to park in dock 2, which is this one. Now this place had a ton of space, so it was easy to park. At another place, I may have hit something, but we'll keep that between you and me. I am
I got summons but never went. Oh, damn. Yeah, I've never been summoned for
Swifter
that
says
before.
whoever doesn't fit on this ladder dies. Swifter says move up as far as you can without getting off.
Oh.
Alright, hang on. I think you can move up a little bit further.
I can't.
No, they're moving.
Oh, no, he's still on it. He's still on it.
Yeah, Swifter says you at the top. Try and get back on the ladder. Can't touching it. You had it. You had it. There we go, you see? Alright, Swifter says everyone else below the guy at the top, move as far up as you can.
This is like a human.
Yo, Becca, what's up?
I can't get any closer, man. I'm inside of
Alright, Swifter says second to the bottom over here. Move up further.
I can't.
You sure? Are you sure, man? You can't go any deeper?
I can't.
Well, man, we tried. Swifter says, what's your name? That was Dan. Rest in peace, Dan. Swifter
Rest
said...
in peace, Dad.
Hello? Hey, Alex, sorry to bother you, but FedEx accidentally delivered this package to my house and it was meant for you.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, and I didn't realize it wasn't mine until I already opened it.
It's fine.
Yeah, and I saw what was inside.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it's not actually for me. It's
Hey,
for...
man, it's okay. I mean, how can I judge you for something it wasn't meant to see?
Well, hey, it's...
Hey, don't worry about it.
I just feel like once you've seen it, it's hard to look past that.
Yeah, it is pretty hard to look past that. But hey, now it looks like we have something in common.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I'm also into BDSM stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why you got all the handcuffs and rope, right?
Jesus Christ.
Yes. Hello? Hey, Al.
McDonald's.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey, listen. Whenever I order online through Uber Eats, I noticed that when I ask for like honey packets, right? I always get honey mustard. Is there like maybe like a problem with the app or something or not?
You probably have it set to like a certain preference, and it's automatically.
Okay.
So I think you need to change the preference.
Okay, sure. Because, today I specifically clicked on the honey packet, like twice. I mean, do you guys even have them, the honey packets, or not?
You have to come in the daytime, see what's, and bring your thing.
All right, I'll come to the daytime. I'm expecting some honey packets. Thank you. All right, well, yeah, kind of just hung up there, didn't he? Jesus.
Alex is such an interesting guy, man. What is this? Wait, they have honey? You was talking about honey packets versus honey mustard? Yeah, I don't know. I guess you wanted honey? I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing beats Mario Kart. This is Mario Kart music, right? Yeah. Gotta lean forward, gotta lean. Oh, shit. What the hell is that? I love when they do this. They like pretend that they made it. I think there's like programs or plugins you can do to make stuff like this. Damn, that's good. Why am I watching this? Bro spent his whole life being an artist in Minecraft.
Looks like we're going to be going south on MLK.
Jesus.
Sorry, I got cut off. I'm trying to catch back up. Eastbound Roosevelt. Eastbound Roosevelt. Eastbound Roosevelt.
Oh boy.
Got it there, got it there. Roll over.
Damn. It takes skill to do that too, dude. Bro, how unbelievably fucked does this guy feel right now?
My leg broke, bro. Get up! My leg is broke! Get up! Oh! Get your ass down!
Jesus, dude. You sounded like Dave Chappelle. My leg broke. There's another video that showed the intercoms POV. Oh, for real? My leg broke. Well, don't do stupid shit and you won't win stupid games.
How much money's in your bank account?
Like 12K.
12K? All right, well, that's your budget. I'll buy you whatever you want from the mall.
Anything up to 12K.
Yeah, just one thing up to 12K.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Jack, can we go to Chanel?
What?
Chanel, can we go there?
Yeah, we can go to Chanel.
Please don't.
Oh, no, he's not. There's just a picture, but...
Yeah, I'm in the
Okay, don't take it. Picture.
How much are these?
I don't know. How much are they?
1,600.
1,600 for that? Jesus.
You don't have to buy it. But
What?
if you want to... I said stop doing this because you have to ask her permission for that.
I'm so sorry.
I want this one.
You want that one?
Yeah.
All right, let's get it. All right, she's kicking me out for filming, so here, you can just take my card.
Okay.
All right, pay for that. Let's go. All right, she's currently paying for it, and look, she does not like that we're filming.
You're not tired of us telling you you can't film here? This is not the first time you come here.
Dude, we're not, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, man. I'm sorry. Hey, can you tell them to follow me right now, please? Not the ops.
Please exit the mall.
Not the ops.
You guys are the ops.
Then you're my op, too.
Please step back.
You came up to me. Oh, it's fine, sir. She got the Chanel. Let's go.
Can I keep this?
Okay, I guess so. How much money?
Nah, bro, she just stole your card. The way she said, you don't have to buy it was snobby as hell. You're a saleswoman. You guys are the ops. The cameraman knew exactly what he was doing. Dude. Does anybody else like scroll through like social media comments and they're just reminded of how many NPCs exist in the world? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to end up like shitting on people, but like they watch the content and then they end up like responding with the most normie, not constructed, like just weird comment. Like, who actually watches this, bro? Please step back. You came up to me. He ain't wrong. Bro just turned her into a gold digger. I would have canceled that card the second I walked away. Dude, who are these fucking people? Who are these fucking people who like leave? I don't know. Am I just a hater? Am I just a fucking... I think I just care too much. You don't have to buy it. What a passionate salesperson. Dude, it's like, I hate content like this, man. It's like people that are just working their jobs and like people that come in and film and then they like all of these. I feel like all these prank channels kind of do the same line where they're just like, oh, it's not an actual camera. It's just like, and then they do all this. Oh my God. 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 I watched a video on this guy recently. Yeah, he's just, wait, what? Oh, that was weird. 10 million subs. Holy shit. Jesus Christ. 100 million views. Goddamn. Oh, this was one of the most popular ones. Yeah, he probably redid that format a lot. What was the video we watched somebody else react to him? It was like he went to his high school or something. Yeah. You know, there's some people that just like, I'm not advocating for violence, but do you guys ever like watch content and then feel like some people just need to get their ass beat? I don't even know if it would help that guy, but damn. Damn. All right. Let's dive into the hot topics here, everybody. Does modeling harm young women? Teens, girls versus models.
When you think of the modeling industry, the first thing you think of is skinny people. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say it.
I see more and more models who are plus size. There's a huge market that's being open to that.
Still, when I look at a billboard, I see a skinny person.
The last video we watched from Jubilee, Middle Ground video, the like alpha versus beta video, was actually really good. I was like impressed. Let's see if this video is good too.
Step forward if you agree with.
By the way, and I think these videos are really important too. I think having conversations around like contentious issues are really important. Where's Susie? She's chilling.
Prompt.
Sleeping.
Models are not good role models for teen girls.
I'm not going to say all models aren't good role models, but I think when teen girls especially are looking up to models who look a certain way, who are super skinny, it's going to make them maybe think, well, if I want to be like this person, I need to look like this person. I need to be what this person is. So it can be harming to them. It can be a disadvantage, yeah.
When you're a middle school girl or a high schooler and you see that your body is different from the models, like you don't know how they achieve that, and so I think it can contribute to like eating disorder culture, just a lot of insecurity within girls, not because things that the models are explicitly saying or doing, but just because when girls look at models, they kind of just see the ways that they would have to attain those body types, and so that's what kind of negatively affects them.
For me, I think it's less about the individual person. The collective group of just models in general are complicit in a system that harms women, especially young girls. One thing most women have in common is that they've seen a magazine once in their life. They've seen an Instagram. They have experienced some form of the modeling industry's content and then subconsciously begin to condition their brain to think, that is who I have to be, and that I am less than if I am not that thing.
I also think that it's not really models themselves who are like really the bad influence. I just think it's the industry and the people who are enforcing these standards and kind of like the male gaze and the sexualization of these women.
I agree. I think that the industry is really the biggest problem and the biggest threat to teenage girls just because they have a set standard for what they want to see.
I feel like I'll interject my opinions here as little as possible throughout this video. But I feel like, I mean, I don't think anybody would deny the fact that like, women have much more pressure when it comes to their physical appearance than guys do. I don't think anybody would deny that. And I think the modeling industry probably plays a big part in that, which is why when we've had conversations before about people being more accepting of like plus size people or plus size people on the cover of magazines. I feel like some people weirdly misinterpret that as like glorifying obesity, which it definitely isn't, or saying that like, you know, like morbidly obese is like healthy, which I don't think it is. I think it's just kind of like giving representation that there are all different kinds and shapes of people out there and say that those things are okay. And that you don't have to like, because I'm sure there's, you know, unhealthy, there's definitely a tie to like, you know, I would think, you know, eating disorders or anorexia when it comes to how girls think they should look based off of like how, you know, traditional like Victoria's Secret model types would look. So I'll be interested to hear what these girls have to say, who I guess don't think that models are good role models. So I don't know, role models are a loaded term too. So we'll see.
But aren't models still complicit in that industry just by doing their job?
Yeah, I agree with that as well. But I also think that the biggest problem is the industry's idea of what a model needs to be and what it needs to look like. But it also comes from the models who are putting themselves in this position, which is definitely
Skylander,
their
what's up, man?
choice, but it could also cause teenage girls to think of themselves differently.
Can the disagreeer step forward?
So I would say I do understand your opinion. However, I would also say there's not only the modeling industry that set the beauty standards. You have a lot of actors, athletes that represent these beauty standards in a way that are chosen to represent brands. I don't think we hold the entire responsibility of the beauty standards that are set, because in a way I did not choose the beauty standard. I never started this job thinking, oh, I'm gonna consciously harm younger women, but I do understand what your ladies are saying, you know.
I feel like nowadays we have a social media platform which can be used for harm or for good, and I think a lot of models nowadays, there's kind of an insight to the industry about Photoshop, about retouching, about all this stuff, and I think a lot of models are being honest about it and letting the general public know that this is not real. This is like, these people Photoshop this, or this is how my skin actually looks. And I think if more models take that stand and actually embody our imperfections, I think in that way, models can be very good role models.
JMM, what's up?
But I know that's not always what has been happening and what history has shown. But I think as models, we have the responsibility to do that as well nowadays.
I'm thinking about collective harm versus collective good, and the amount of models who are actually trying to remove the veil on what goes on and show that this isn't real. They're far fewer of the good ones than the ones like Kim Kardashian, who said, the only reason I look like this is because I eat well.
I think also just knowing that like people are editing their photos, it doesn't give the best message to girls, knowing that there is editing going on, because then you're thinking, oh wait, but then I should be editing my own photo. Like I should be photoshopping my own photo to look better, to look different.
Right, which would kind of imply that like the way you look naturally isn't what people want to see, which is like, I feel like is just so damaging to people's mentalities.
Like these models, so.
I feel like we
Why is this a Twitch only stream? It's not. I'm live on Facebook and Henis Highlights, my YouTube channel too.
go to answer the question, is the modeling industry good? That wasn't the question. So I feel like people compare themselves to models, but they don't understand that their primary role is to sell a product or to sell a service. So they're not saying, hey, everyone, this is how you should look. A lot of times it's like, hey, everyone, this is what lip gloss you should probably be wearing, you know? So when I see billboards or when I see ads, I'm like, why did they choose her? What's different about her? And I don't automatically result to how she looks. I start looking into branding and marketing in hopes that it's not performative and it's not just to check off, we have a black girl, we have a plus size, but that it's the latter and that they actually do care about people. So I feel like we should go into that a little bit more.
I think that you have that perspective as a model and as someone who's been involved in the industry. I just think that from an outside
YouTube chat isn't popping up yet, is?
People. So I feel like we should go into that a little bit more.
I think that you have that perspective as a model and as someone who's been involved in the industry. I just think that from an outside perspective and for young girls, they kind of immediately categorize these people as, oh, this is what I should look like, this is the standard.
So when you all see ads, do you instantly only think about how they look, or do you try to find out who the person is and like do research on the brand, how they align?
It's definitely comparison that comes to my mind when I think of seeing ads, billboards, even just magazines, etc. I tend to compare myself to these models a lot. It's embedded in my mind at this point because I've heard it even from a young age.
Yeah, I feel like some people might do that, but I feel like the vast majority of people are just like, I feel like where the damage comes from is like, you know, you're a young girl and you're walking through the grocery store and you're in the checkout aisle and there's just magazines of girls with, you know, what would be described as like an unattainable body type. And you're not going to like stop and wonder like, hey, who is that girl? Why is she doing that brand deal? Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? You're not going to care about that when you're like 8 or 9 or whatever. But I feel like that's kind of where the damage comes from. I don't know. Honestly, they're all like, especially the teens in this are really well spoken. Like they're articulating their points really well. I'm like surprised with how young they are. It's like a good conversation so far.
On the lips, forever on the hips. I feel like that's like something I was taught at a young age, which is like so toxic. And even from TV shows, you know, there was always a standard that you have to look a certain way. I think when I feel I don't love my body, it normally comes from this feeling of, I guess, I want to be good enough. I want to have this privilege, this ideal, I guess, and this standard that's set in our society and especially in LA. And I just try to remind myself of what I am capable of and my intelligence and my kindness, etc.
Hi, this is Ragini, the director of this episode. If you enjoy watching Middle Ground, please like this video and subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, I'd be interested to know, Becca, not to call you out because if you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. But I'd be interested to know any girls in the chat what their perspective is on stuff like this too.
Now, let's get back to the video.
If you have an opinion to give. If not, that's totally fine too. No
Pageants
pressure at all.
should be
Seriously.
discontinued.
At their core, beauty pageants are women competing with other women. And the thing that they are using as competition is looks. So it goes back to at a certain age, when anyone looks at us, especially men, they don't see our hopes, our dreams, our goals, what we want to be. They see how we look.
I also agree that I think they should be discontinued because you see teen pageants, like you see all these 15, 16-year-old girls walking down the runway in their little bikinis and they're showing it to everybody, but it's like when you kind of think about it, who owns these companies? They used to be owned by Donald Trump. Like, you know, that's kind of makes it a little weird if you think about it and like, why are we actually doing this, you know?
I agree. I mean, I'm not very educated, I would say, on this topic as much as I would like to be, so I'm learning a lot more from you guys, but there are like pageants for 6-year-old girls who are going out. Yeah, the toddler, like toddler tiaras, whatever. And they're going out at like with full faces of makeup and they
What's up,
would
Lincoln?
get like spray tans and all this stuff at like 6 years old, and I was just like, they're growing up with this. I think it's very harmful for these young girls especially because they think they need to fit into look this certain way for their entire lives.
So I would personally say that I don't see any harm in beauty pageants if it's done with adults over 18. I am totally against beauty pageants for younger women or younger teenagers and children. However, I do think that it can give some opportunities. I started my career as a model by winning a beauty pageant. It was like American, like French Sex Up model, basically. So if it wasn't for that, I would not have the career I have today. If it's done in the right way and at a certain age where you are a woman and not a child,
Oh, sorry, Lincoln. I didn't realize you said good night. I don't know if you're leaving or not, but have a good night.
then I
thought you were saying hello.
I also compete in pageants. I'll be competing for Miss California USA next month. And I feel like they're very misunderstood because it is not just about beauty. A lot of the women are just very well-rounded. There's so many different phases of the competition. There's interview. There's, you know, so many women who are big on philanthropy. And then I think that it is good for teens to do as well because they're being introduced to something that they may or may not be interested in. But there are also so many different procedures that are being put in place to where actually the teens are in activewear gear now. They're not wearing swimsuits on stage. So I don't feel like they should be discontinued. I think that they need to continue to go through this period of refinement.
Yeah,
That's an interesting point too, because I'm sure like when you're in it, right? Yeah, we all know that. Like I think like when it comes to like Miss America beauty pageant is like that's like what the biggest pageant. That's like the one that I know of. Is that even a pageant? I don't know. I feel like we know that there's like different tiers to it, right? Like it's not all looks. It's about like what you mentioned, philanthropy and interview stuff, and you know maybe some opinions you might have on like political or social issues or whatever. And I think those things are good. I just would make the argument. I think that like most like general audience of people don't think about that stuff when they think about a pageant. And so like what she's mentioned, maybe that's just a refinement thing for these things to continue. I don't know.
I would agree. I think a lot of girls look forward to participating in them, and not because of the toxic nature that people might assume surrounds it, but just because it showcases a lot of things. They're a lot of the times asked questions about the world and have to have public speaking skills, and a lot of time there's talents. And so I do think it reinforces the idea that women are valued on their appearance and that's who's going to win. But I just think there's a lot of other components of it that take away from how superficial it might seem that make me kind of disagree that it should be discontinued.
I was just gonna say that I definitely agree with you guys' sides as well. My disagreement with it is like the teen aspect. And I didn't know that they do activewear now because I did have family members that used to be in pageants and stuff like that where I'm just like,
It's changed like in the
this
last
kind of makes me feel a
2
little
or 3 years.
Okay.
They changed it.
So then, yeah, I might change my view then as well. But I think the over-sexualization of like teen girls is for me. Like, I just don't think that's right. But
what specifically about the teen? Because I feel like having a teen that knows about certain viewpoints, whether it's what do you think about social media or can you talk about bullying, I think that teens deserve to have that representative as well. And then also it's like, okay, there's makeup, but teens also go to prom. So I think that without beauty pageants, you all just said you look at billboards and you compare yourself. I don't think that it will stop the comparison. But I also feel like it's not compared to sports, but it's very similar. No one is saying that we should get rid of sports because men or women are comparing themselves in talent.
I definitely understand the thing about leadership and just like having your own voice, but there are other ways that you can have that voice that don't put such a high emphasis on beauty. It should be more about who we are, and I think while beauty pageants aren't all about beauty, they're still named beauty pageants. At the end of the day, it's still about beauty.
Modeling is feminist.
I mean, I think it's a form of expression and femininity, and if you find comfort in it, and if you're expressing yourself, I think feminist can mean a lot of different things. I don't think there's one way to be a feminist, so it can be different for anyone, and if you're a model and you also define yourself as a feminist, it's possible that it can be both.
I agree. I think it's a great way for people to express themselves, and it can give women a platform in some ways, and so I think that in itself is feminist, as like feminism kind of to me gives like sort of equal representation, and so as modeling can be like a gateway for people to build their platforms and their positions, I think that's what makes it feminist.
I'm kind of like 50-50 between if it's feminist or not feminist. The male vision has been very implemented onto women, and sometimes I feel like it is overly sexualized. It's very sex sells, that type of vibe. That's the only reason I feel like it's not feminist per se.
I agree. I feel like the industry actually affects women more negatively than men, so I wouldn't say that it's solely a feminist, power to the woman. I feel like we actually take a hit and we have a lot of negative things. I think that we are doing better and that we're improving, but I wouldn't say that this, industry has always just uplifted women.
When you think of the modeling industry, the first thing you think of is skinny people. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say it. And there's not a lot of representation for people who are medium-sized, people who are plus-sized, and when we look at the modeling industry, we then feel less than. So it does more harm than good because it only shows like a little bit of the population.
I do agree with what you were saying. It's true, it's a very, in a way, elitist industry that only incorporates a certain body type and height and measurements. But also, I would have to say that I see more and more models who are plus size. There's a huge market that's being open to that. There's never been more inclusivity, personally, I think, and now it's really becoming more open.
Yeah, I definitely agree with the fact that it's getting more open, but still, when I look at a billboard, I see a skinny person. All that content still breeds a lot of insecurities for girls who aren't that body type because the default is still skinny. How I feel when I see skinny models is definitely a sense
Jordan?
of not jealousy, but like because I have a little more meat on my bones, will I be perceived as less than? Will I have less opportunities? And also, am I not healthy just because I am bigger than what a conventional model looks like?
It does create a certain level of insecurity because not all women, or even men for the fact, not all of them are represented. But I will say that stepping into the entertainment industry didn't make me insecure. I think it just highlighted things that I was already insecure about. I'm like, okay, these people are really skinny. There's not a lot of black women. I think it kind of just highlights things that we already think about ourselves.
I think it also depends on what type of modeling you do. I think there's some agencies that are gonna still to this day tell you that you're too big or your hips are too wide or you need to lose weight here and here, but it has not been my experience. I've been very body positive. I've never had somebody tell me I need to lose weight or you need to do this and this, which has been very comfortable for me. The campaigns that I see nowadays, the people that I work with, has been a broad spectrum than what I feel like it has been in the maybe 10 years ago or so even.
I couldn't agree more. Personally, I think that more than the modeling industry, something that really exacerbates these maybe insecurities is social media.
Yeah.
It's like going on your phone. Like any young child can go on there and then compare themselves to not necessarily models, but other women who put filters, and that is really something that is a bit more dangerous nowadays, I would say.
I have suffered from eating disorders.
Starting at a pretty young age, I was worried about my weight. COVID kind of cut off my 6th grade school year, so I just turned 12 years old when COVID started, and I started doing these Chloe Ting workouts, and then that kind of turned into this over-obsession
Wow, so she's
with working out
15?
every day, or I was gonna
So you're
get
16?
fatter, and it also turned into me not really eating the proper amount I should have been, and I lost a substantial amount of weight. I lost my period for about 3 months during this time as well. And now I look back at these times, and it was the worst I've ever been feeling, but it was the most anyone's ever complimented me or said, oh, you look so good, or you look so skinny, like, you look so much better than you did before. I think that's a very negative aspect of when we see someone, we comment on their bodies, even if it's, oh, you look so good, oh, your body looks so good. Maybe they could be struggling, and then they're gonna think, oh, I need to stay this way, I need to stay and look this certain way, and for me, that's what happened. And then I realized I'm super unhealthy, and I could get even more unhealthy if I stay this way. So I actually worked on body self-acceptance, and though I'm definitely not there yet, that's what's helped me so much is from support from my parents and from my friends who know I've gone through this.
I would like to join what you were saying. I never suffered from eating disorder, but I remember being in Paris, and when I was my skinniest, my agents and everybody around me in the industry was like, you look amazing, and I was like, wow, this is so wrong. It's interesting how people think because you're so skinny, you're like your happiest, and you know, there's something really wrong about that, and I totally understand that.
And I also think as consumers, we only get so much of a glimpse into the modeling industry. Like if I'm scrolling on TikTok, a lot of the times I see like what I eat in a day videos as a model. The next day you go about your day, you're immediately comparing to how much you're eating versus these models. And so, yeah, I think disordered eating is just kind of something that's extremely prevalent with all women, especially growing up.
That's so true. I think that when you see the TikToks of like what I eat in a day, you know, I want to challenge everyone to start looking at ads differently, because a lot of times it's probably not actually promoting what they're eating in a day. It's probably trying to sell the service. I think culture plays a large role in it as well, because in the modeling industry, of course, be skinny, be this size. But for me, when I go home, my grandmother's like, you need to eat. Like, do you want me to cook for you? So I'm like, okay, I'm going home, and now I'm like too skinny.
You have no idea how many people tell models often like, oh, you probably don't eat anything. And I'm like, oh, here we go again. It's like so frustrating. And I'm like, no, I actually do eat really well. Now I just joke and I say, no, I haven't eaten since birth, like, you know. And they're like, oh, they're so shocked, because I'm like, the comment is so like rude. You would never tell a person that's a bit overweight, oh, you probably eat so much French fries, but it's easy to tell a person, oh, you don't eat anything, just because that person is leaner. And some of us are like just naturally really skinny, and we can eat all we want, and just we don't get put on weight.
I love my body.
It's hard for me to completely agree with the notion that I love my body, just because it's hard to say that you love something that you battle with every day and that you're constantly looking at and overly criticizing to yourself. But your body's a part of you, and it doesn't matter how you look. Like at the end of the day, it comes down to what our bodies provide for us and the opportunities that it gives us. And so I think that the reason I say I love my body isn't at all because of how it looks, but just because of what it gives me and how grateful I am to be able-bodied and to live life the way I do.
So for me, for instance, it wasn't always the case, not that I hated it before, it was just I did have some insecurities as a teenager. And becoming a model then also exacerbated certain of these insecurities, of course. But I think there's a beautiful thing about aging is personally for me, I fully accept myself the way I am. I'm a mother now, I have a 2-year-old daughter, and seeing the miracle of the body that can create a human, I will never again think, oh, the stretch mark or the this. And I think acceptance is the most important part about beauty. That's also part of personally for me aging.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of that too. Like when it comes to like when you're so much younger, you're so much more impressionable, and you probably don't have much like self-confidence and stuff. Yeah, makes sense.
I have a 2-year-old daughter, and I would not necessarily encourage my daughter to become a model because I think it's such a difficult industry that I would not want my kid to do it long term, not as a career, I would say, but just as a hobby. It's an industry that's really based on rejection. It can be harmful to young women. So if that's a route she decides to go for when she's older, I would help her along the way. However, this is definitely not something I will encourage her to do. Knowing all the difficult sides of the industry, there's so many great things, but there's also things that I would not necessarily want someone I love to go through.
For me, it's definitely a battle. It's a day-to-day thing. Some days I really love how I look, some days I don't. I mean, part of it is definitely my queerness and being on the masculine side. A lot of people don't view me as a girl, and I get misgendered a lot, and I am definitely on the non-binary spectrum as well, but I also feel very feminine a lot of the time, and I am still a woman. So it's about finding who I am, finding my space in womanhood. And like the other day, I looked in the mirror and I flexed my muscles, and I've been working out a lot, and I was like, dang! It's something that all of us have to do to be able to live a long, healthy life, is look at ourselves and be like, wow, this is who I am, and I'm not just okay with that, not just accepting it, but I'm happy with it.
I think it's like a sibling, you know, just because they do something one day that you may not like, or that you're like, wow, I don't like you today, but I still love you, and you're still my brother, or you're still my sister. And so I think that choosing to say, I love my body, doesn't mean that we don't have days where we're like, I would change this, or I might need to get up and go to the gym today. It's like a roller coaster, you know, and it's a roller coaster of emotions, but overall, I think that it is safe to say that you love your body.
It's kind of hard for me sometimes to say I love my body. There's just such a comparison even between models and who gets the job and who doesn't get the job, that you put a microscope on yourself and you're like, well, maybe if I was getting skinnier, or if I had a little more weight, or if I didn't have this little thing, and you're comparing to all these girls that are going into castings with you, which I think definitely has had a little bit of a harmful effect on me myself. I would hope that one day I can give myself enough self-love to have those things go away, but it's definitely still something I struggle with to this day.
Yeah. I would love to say that I love my body, but a lot of times when I'm looking in the mirror, I'm not loving what I'm seeing, and it's so hard to like really appreciate what I have and what I was given. But I have 2 moms. I go to an all-girls school. I'm surrounded by girls constantly, so I'm always comparing myself, and I think that's where a lot of my self-love issues come from. And though I do appreciate my body for all it does for me, it's so hard for me to say that I love it, because that would be a lie.
Pretty privilege exists.
I think there's no denying that whenever we look our best, people perceive us a different way. Like if I get out of the house looking all dolled up and I go to an event, you'll get more attention, opportunities than if I go to the same event just with no makeup, just looking like I just got out of bed, obviously.
It is a thing, it does exist, but I also hate how a lot of times we're boxed in or we're confined because of that. I feel like there's also a downside where you actually be a little underestimated just because you are considered to be pretty.
Yeah, I've also seen a lot of people who've lost a ton of weight, and they say that one of the biggest things was they were so surprised at how differently they were treated, especially when it's a lot of weight. And also, there was a study that said that when men don't find a woman attractive, like they tune her out, you know? Like a lot of times you won't be listened to, but also on the other side of it, sometimes when they just see you as this valuable object, they don't really value your opinion. So I think it kind of goes both ways.
Some opportunities, you have to prove yourself over and over more to prove that you're not just like this pretty person, but you know, to some people like, no, I can get that job and I'm also smart. I can do both.
Yeah, I mean, I can wear a tank top and also be super smart. Like, I love science and math, and if I want to feel confident, and if I want to wear something that's going to make me feel confident, I don't want to be put into a box of, oh, you're only like pretty, or you're only like sexy or hot, and like, I don't want to be this object to people. So it's definitely this balance of what do I want today, because it's rarely feeling like people are perceiving you as both.
I do agree as a concept, pretty privilege is definitely real. I don't like the term. I feel like pretty privilege isn't actually a privilege. You have to be perfect or a huge section of society won't like you. We are expected to be pretty enough, but not too pretty to seem dumb. We're expected to be smart, but not smart enough to make the guys feel threatened. So it's more dividing us as women and scapegoating women who can't actually help how they
That's
look.
a really good point,
Thank you
yeah.
guys so much.
It was just so nice to have a conversation where just of all women, that was such a healing thing to do. Thank you.
It's a great video. Just letting you know, I'm playing with no aim assist. Jose, you're lying, dude. That clip you tweeted at me, no shot. Blaming models for teen body dysmorphia is like blaming a fast food restaurant employee for childhood obesity. Yeah, right. Yeah, it is interesting, right? Because you can certainly separate like the individual models and like them as people versus like the industry. I agree with that. I'm a teenage girl and I'm here to say other teenage girls make us insecure, not models. Do teen boys versus male fitness influencers, physique athletes, body dysmorphia has skyrocketed among younger men and teenage boys over the last 10 years? Yeah, I believe that that's true. I think I still subscribe to the idea, though, that girls have way more pressure on them when it comes to their looks than guys do in society as a whole. Or maybe in just Western world, I don't know. As a teenage girl, I don't find models harming to me. Models don't make me insecure. What does make me insecure is when I see other teenage girls on social media platforms that look gorgeous. They have clear skin, button nose, a cute smile, and they know how to apply makeup well and how to style their clothes, and they have a skinny body, and that makes me insecure. I agree that beauty pageants involving children should be discontinued. It's strange to have young children wear heavy makeup and tan excessively. I don't see the harm in beauty pageants for older women, such as Miss Universe. When Ruby was saying models are complicit to the system that creates beauty standards, I'm thinking, so are consumers. If you're buying the products in the ads, following models on Instagram, commenting on someone's looks, that's also complicit. Yeah. Yeah, and then that just becomes like a weird thing of like, I mean, I would argue that like the brands or whatever who would like use, who would like hire those models to sell a product are doing that because they know that that will sell their product better. And they do that just because they understand a little bit of human psychology. So then it becomes like, is it just a human psychology thing? Should we just blame it on human psychology? I don't know. It's interesting. Honestly, as a teenage girl, when I see an ad on social media that features a model, I just scroll past it and go on with my day. It's very interesting how other teenagers view modeling. This video is very interesting. I think Ruby is rooted with a lot of insecurities, and I get where she's coming from, but at the end of the day, when you're older, you will feel different. You can change what you don't like about your physical appearance naturally and just find what makes you feel like yourself. These two teen boys versus male bodybuilders and athletes. As a teen who has struggled with personal insecurity, bullying, and feeling like I don't meet society's expectations, I would love to see two opposite sides of the spectrum. Yeah. Yeah, it was interesting. It's always just to get a perspective on something like this, because obviously it's not something that I would ever be asked about or interviewed about. The one I tweeted you was with aim assist, but I'm playing with no aim assist right now. Yeah, and you're still cheating, Jose. I can almost guarantee it, dude. Yeah, it is a really interesting discussion. Yeah, I don't know. Damn, Jubilee has some crazy middle ground videos. You're lying, Jose. You're lying. You are lying.
No, but seriously, bro, I answered the call. You know, he lets this beautiful streak out. T-Dub? What the
Is that it right there? No, that just looks like a flashing light. Could be a reflection or it could be a boat out on the water. I don't know. You know the creepy thing is that could be like a stream sniper trying to figure out which apartment is his. That'd be my guess. That's some kid out in the building.
Was that?
This is some genuine creepy shit. If it was someone trying to find his apartment, then probably went around the building shining lights until they saw one come up on stream. Stay safe, train. Yeah, that's my guess. Damn, that's creepy as hell. Jesus. People are weird, dude. Alrighty guys. Damn, I've only been live for an hour and a half. What the hell? Feels so much longer than that. Ninja can no longer stream on Twitch. Ninja can no longer stream on Twitch and is out of millions of dollars.
Simulcast COS thoughts was the same BS. So if you can't talk about 100%, I can't talk about it. I can talk about literally anything I want forever. I am under 0 NDAs. I have complete freedom. I don't have a single contract signed with.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Best part is I can talk. I mean, I can talk infinite shit to Twitch if I wanted to because I'm not streaming there right now. Because to your question, no, I'm not allowed to. I'm not allowed to multicast anymore to YouTube and Facebook while I'm streaming at Twitch at the same time, even if I'm not a partner. I'm not a partner. I'm not an affiliate yet. The rules apply to me as well.
That is crazy. The fact that Twitch is actively enforcing this, I think they just recently changed their TOS. It used to be that you weren't allowed to simulcast if you were just a partner or an affiliate on Twitch, so you couldn't be live on Twitch and like Facebook or YouTube at the same time. Now they've changed it so you can't be live streaming on Twitch at all, even if you're not a partner or an affiliate, and also be live streaming on another platform simultaneously. Without, I assume the threat would be your account gets banned. I think it's probably, obviously that's the worst that they could do, which is crazy. Because I kind of respect Ninja for taking his leap when he was decided to, like when he got out of his contract with Mixer and he was just like, I'm just going to live stream everywhere. I think that was such a smart decision, I think, for him, like brand wise.
Which is so tone deaf, it's crazy, man. I'm gonna have my little monologue after this game, win or lose. All right, dude, monologue time.
Let's hear what he has to say. I'm actually curious.
You know, I've stayed out of drama so much, and I've stayed out of like my opinion, like forcing my opinion on like certain situations. Honestly, almost everything that Twitch has done in the last couple of years, I really haven't touched on it at all, right? Like the ad revenue, all the ads, I haven't touched. I don't think I've touched too much on the I don't even think I didn't make a comment. I didn't make a video about like the 50%, like switching back to 50-50 for sub revenue. I didn't touch on that. I really have been quiet, right? Because I guess I'll tell you what my goal was. So the last 8 months, I think I've been doing this for 8 months. Andre, you could correct me if I'm wrong, plus or minus a month, I think.
Feels longer than that.
Everywhere, right? I went on this journey just to multicast. And I had a bunch of goals. One of those goals, truly, one of the reasons I did it was because I thought that my goal was, one of them was to have Twitch eventually realize, oh my God, there's no reason not to partner Ninja and let him stream everywhere. And that's just not me. This means like everybody. My goal was to get them to change their terms of service in the opposite direction, right? I was like, because I mean, think about it. I'm still streaming, right? I'm streaming on YouTube. I'm streaming on TikTok. I'm streaming on Twitter. I was streaming on Facebook.
Yeah, that's
and,
Ninja.
You know,
Yeah.
my YouTube viewership was great. My Twitch viewership was also great. Like I was pulling, tens of thousands of viewers, and I wasn't gaining viewership elsewhere, right? Like I wasn't losing Twitch viewership and it was going elsewhere. People weren't leaving the platform because I was live everywhere, right? So if they were,
I wonder if that's true or if that was happening on a microscopic level recently. I don't know. I mean, hey, if Ninja's saying it wasn't even noticeable, then maybe it wasn't even noticeable. But I feel like that's Twitch's fear, right? Like, if we try to break down this whole argument, it's like, okay, Ninja can't be simultaneously streaming on Twitch or any other platform, regardless of whether or not he's an affiliate or a partner. Okay, well, what would be Twitch's incentive to do that? Well, the argument from Twitch's side, I guess, would be that if you're a streamer on Twitch and you're also live on YouTube and you're also live on Facebook, you're drawing attention to those other platforms. Twitch would fear that they would lose the audience that they have on Twitch. Those people would go to the other platforms, which seems like a fair argument. I mean, the goal of every social media platform is just to keep people on the platform for as long as possible, right? So it makes sense that that would be Twitch's main reason for not doing it. And I guess Ninja's making the suggestion that it actually isn't the case, that his Twitch streams didn't go down in viewership at all, which I wonder what the data actually is on that. I don't know, or what it is for Twitch on a macro scale for streamers who have done that. I imagine there probably is some sort of an impact, but I don't know. I think there is also an argument to be made, though, too, that like when you stream to other platforms, you're reaching an audience that you would have never reached otherwise. So when you're live on Twitch, the people that watch you on Twitch are going to keep watching you on Twitch, right? Like that, it's very hard to break people's habits because it's not like the people that watch Ninja on Twitch are unaware of YouTube or are like unaware of Facebook, right? Like if you know about Twitch, you know about those other platforms. The same can't be said the other way around. Not every single YouTube user is aware of Twitch, or not every Facebook user is aware of Twitch, but YouTube and Facebook are so much larger, on a order of magnitude larger than Twitch, that is almost incomprehensible. Like they're just so much larger as platforms. That it feels like he would just be reaching a different audience anyways. And people aren't going to change their habits too. Like if you watch Ninja on Twitch and he's still live on Twitch, you're not really going to switch from another platform just to watch him. If Ninja just stopped streaming on Twitch altogether, you'd probably just end up watching a different streamer if you're a hardcore Twitch user. So this is probably just a net positive for Ninja's brand. And I don't really think it would impact Twitch that much. Although I don't know, obviously that's Twitch's fear. So
Already watching on Twitch.
Penguins is not happy with most of the things Twitch has done recently. Yeah, it does feel like Twitch has been making a lot of decisions that feel very disconnected from what a big chunk of the users, whether you're a streamer or just a viewer, actually want out of the platform.
There's a very people weren't leaving the platform because I was live everywhere, right? So if they were already watching on Twitch, there's a very small percentage of people who are like, oh, I'm going to watch on YouTube instead, like who were watching me on Twitch, right? Like that doesn't happen. That didn't happen. If anything. Right. And I think this is more so for other people, right? For other streamers who are on the come up, right? And aren't kind of like, you know, in the position that I'm in, that they can stream on YouTube, they can stream on Kick, they can stream on Facebook, they can stream on TikTok and everywhere and grow their viewership there. And there's a better chance that some of those viewers actually might enjoy Twitch better as a viewing experience, right? Gaining viewers on Twitch, bringing people to the...
There's just no doubt that being live on more platforms simultaneously is going to increase your brand reach, your recognition as a creator. There's no doubt about that. And the data shows that. I mean, that just intuitively makes sense. And the data shows that too. Most people probably don't have the processing power to do that, where they have enough physical resources like GPU power to actually stream on all those platforms if they have to do multiple encoding instances. And if they're going to do what I do, which is just restream, that's a paid service. So some people might not have access to all of that. But still, there's no doubt that being live on as many platforms as possible is going to help your overall brand reach for sure.
Twitch platform. That was.
And I do think there is some truth to what he's saying too, which is just like kind of like what I was saying earlier, where it's like if you're going to go live on YouTube and Twitch and Facebook, there's people that are going to start watching you on YouTube who are going to be like, oh wow, Ninja also streams on Twitch. Let me go check him out on Twitch again, and it probably helps his Twitch viewership. Probably just helps his viewership overall. And I cannot stress the importance of being live on a platform that actually has some sort of like an algorithmic drive. And what I mean by that is like YouTube, all the content that gets suggested to you on YouTube that comes up on the home feed or that comes up on the right-hand sidebar here or that comes up underneath the video when you're on mobile is all powered by YouTube's algorithm. And that's tons of algorithmic work that's going on in the background where YouTube is making educated guesses on what your watch history is and what you would want to watch in the future. And that's based off of decades of being backed by the world's largest search engine, which is Google, and then YouTube having how many billions of hours of content that's been watched. I don't know if that's every day or I don't know what it is, but it's just a massively large number. They can make really educated guesses, and that's what keeps people on the platform. Those algorithms are really important. It's the same kind of thing that powers TikTok, same kind of thing that powers Facebook. Twitch doesn't have anything near that robust though, which is why if you are only streaming on Twitch, you're not going to grow at all. And if you, especially if you're playing like a big game, a really popular game, the only way somebody's ever going to find you if you start streaming Fortnite on Twitch tomorrow on a brand new account is if they scroll all the way to the bottom of the Fortnite directory. And Twitch is getting a little bit better at adding some systems that can recommend content, but it's still nowhere near the power of like YouTube or Facebook. And it kind of feeds more into this mentality that I have, which is just like, if you're creating content on YouTube or Facebook, it's really hard for that content. It's really hard for good content to go unrecognized, which basically means, I know it can kind of hurt in some instances, but it's like, if your content isn't getting viewership, a lot of the times it's probably due to you not making as good a content as you probably should, or somebody's just kind of outshining you. That viewership is going elsewhere. People aren't making the decision to click on you. You could do something better with your title or your thumbnail or the actual content that you're making. I don't know. So sorry, this stuff's my bread and butter. I love thinking about this stuff. So I'm sorry for kind of rambling and talking quick, but yeah, I forget where we even are in this conversation.
That was my mental. That was literally what I was thinking was going to happen. I thought in a couple of months, maybe a year, maybe 2 years, because I was going to do this for a while. I was going to keep doing this. I really thought that Twitch was just going to be like, oh my God, we're losing millions of dollars a year. Now there are other streamers I think that aren't partnered that make more, that could be making more and average more viewership. But if I was playing ads on Twitch with about 10 to 12,000 viewers, if I was playing ads and, you know, I did sub incentives and I was really, you know, and I had a great sub community and I was pulling tens of thousands of subscribers as well, you're making millions of dollars, right? That's millions of dollars that you're making a year, plus or minus,
Jesus.
you know, a couple, whatever. It depends on, not including donations, all irrelevant. Ad revenue, you make a lot of money on. And I probably would have been playing ads a little bit, right? Now, hopefully I wouldn't have been contracted to play like 9 minutes of ads an hour, but I would probably play like a 3-minute break every hour if I was partnered everywhere. And I would have been making great money. But instead, I decided I'm not going to make any money on Twitch. I'm just not going to take the partnership. I'm going to stream everywhere. And hopefully they'll see the light. Hopefully they will see the light, right? Hopefully they'll be like, oh my God, we're just losing millions. Like, there's no reason not to partner Ninja again or let people stream everywhere because, you know, why? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
And the opposite happened, Ninja. Damn it, you ruined it.
Right? The exclusivity thing, it doesn't make any sense. We're not losing anything by partnering him. We're not losing anything because I'm streaming everywhere and still getting great viewership. People aren't leaving Twitch to watch me elsewhere while I'm simulcasting. Okay. Fast forward 8 months.
I probably believe that.
And they have done the exact opposite. Literally. Like, I'm not, and it made so much sense in my head. Like, logically, I was like, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. Like, I think that I'm like, maybe others will follow and like, and Twitch will be like, oh my God, what are we doing? Let's do this. Let's make this leap. And instead, they take the exact opposite, yank the carpet from under our feet. And it's like, I think instead we'll ban multicasting altogether, even if you're not even if you're not an affiliate, even if you're not a part.
You know what's crazy about this too? I watched a Devin Nash video where he kind of broke this down. This is really old though. I'm probably getting this wrong. But I think like if Twitch got challenged on this in court, I get it's their terms of service, so I don't know how that works because aren't they a private company? Can't they just make their own bullshit rules if they want to? But I think there might actually be grounds for like, I think this might be some sort of like anti-competition thing. Like what Twitch is doing might actually be illegal, which I kind of want to believe, but I don't know. I also try not to hop on too much of like the Twitch hate bandwagon.
Partner. So
even though I disagree with a lot of what they do.
Like, hear me out. Let me try to like give you the logic here. Okay. They're basically forcing my hand. I'm not partnered on Twitch. I don't make money there. I make $0 on Twitch. So they then put a rule in that says I can't stream. I can't simulcast.
The fact that that's worth it for them to kick somebody as big as him just straight up off the platform too, because they know that he's multi-streaming. So they know that when they make this new rule, they're just going to be kicking him out. And I know that like, you know, Twitch is so much bigger than just Ninja is as an individual, but still it's a crazy decision. I wonder if like Ninja's decision to simulcast everywhere was part of their decision making. I don't know. I'd be curious to know what those conversations sound like and what they're looking like. Because I don't know. I know we all kind of hop on the Twitch hate bandwagon and like Twitch is just stupid, dude. But they must. I want to believe that they have a logical reason for why they're trying to do this, right? They must be afraid of some amount of money rolling out the door if they don't do this. So I wonder where they think they're losing revenue. I don't know. I'd be interested to sit like listen to a Twitch employee or somebody sit down and explain that. There must be a reason.
What am I gonna?
Because it's certainly not like when you go on Twitter, everybody's just like, oh, Twitch is just stupid and they're losing touch with their audience. It's like, they're a business. They're trying to make decisions to make more money. And if what Ninja's saying is true, which is people go live on a bunch of different platforms, and the audience that already watches him on Twitch isn't going to go anywhere, and he's still going to get the same amount of viewers, if not more viewers on Twitch, then what would be Twitch's incentive? If that's true, then, and we assume that Twitch's reasoning for getting rid of simulcasting in the first place would be to keep people on the platform and not encourage them to go to other platforms where users are simulcasting. I don't know. Then what would be the reason if both those things are true? I don't know.
Choose. What am I going to choose? Am I going to choose streaming to YouTube, TikTok, Kick, other Facebook all at the same time? Am I going to choose streaming all to there? Or am I going to just only stream to Twitch and make no money? Like zero.
Yeah.
What the? Who would like? That's it's a no-brainer. It's an absolute no-brainer. I don't understand. Like, there's not a single person that's at Twitch that was like, "Oh, Ninja will." And I don't know if this rule was made because of me. I don't think it was. But I think that there were people from Twitch who were definitely like obviously looking at what I was doing. But who there at Twitch thought that I would make that decision? Oh, he'll come back, or right? If that's maybe that was their goal. I don't know. Oh, he'll come back. He'll sign a contract with us, right? A partnership agreement, and we'll get Ninja back on Twitch, like exclusively. Like what? That's absolutely not going to happen. So, I mean, at the end of the day, we all know that Twitch has been going just, the culture of Twitch has been declining for the last, what feels like the last 6-7 years. Whenever Amazon acquired them, I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? Amazon comes in and now they're looking at it and they're like, listen, we just need to make money, so let's figure it out. And then they just started basically gutting everything that Twitch meant and everything that Twitch was. And Twitch wasn't perfect, by the way. There was a lot of, when you have a very family, or what felt like a very family, community-oriented relationship and like business model, which is what Twitch felt like. I don't know if you guys remember, but it felt like Twitch a couple of years ago, man. Twitch before Amazon, when it was Justin TV, and then the first couple of years after Twitch, Justin TV became Twitch, dude, it was different. It felt different. I felt like every streamer on the platform was my friend. I felt like I was a part of a community. I felt like I was a part of like the staff, like not a part of the staff, you know what I mean? But like, you would want to go to TwitchCon, you would want to meet all these people, you would want to hang out and collab, and it felt like it was really proud. I was really proud to be a part of Twitch. Is what it felt like. I loved streaming there. I loved telling people I stream there. And now it's just like, dude, it just feels like they're constantly shooting themselves in the foot. They're completely tone deaf. They have no idea what they're. I mean, maybe they obviously have an idea what they're doing, whether it's what's right. We'll see. So here's what my plans are now, I guess. And this, and by the way, this like really, really, really sucks for me. This is actually a really huge change to my streaming career, because I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to stream on Twitch like full time. Like, I'm not going to make after the simulcast rule. I can't, because I don't support that, right? I guess you can say I'm boycotting it, sure. But I just can't do that. And it really, really sucks, because that is where the majority of my viewership is. Like, I'm literally like 100%, right? I was pulling, anywhere from, like, when I was playing ranked, I was pulling 12 to 15,000 viewers on Twitch. Like ranked Fortnite, like zero build duos.
His TikTok streams did really well too, I believe.
And I now have to choose to not do that, and choose just to stream basically literally anywhere else. And that's gonna, listen, that's gonna fucking, if I'm being completely open and candid with you, like, I've already people have been telling me I've fallen off for 5 years because I don't pull 100,000 viewers anymore. First off, no one can maintain that, right? Like, I knew that was never going to be a maintainable thing where I pull 100K on Fortnite forever. But now I have to literally sack 10,000 concurrent viewers. Like, Twitch is forcing my hand. And I don't know what the future is, personally. I'm not saying I'm going to quit streaming, obviously, but like, there's just a lot of things to consider now. Then where, like, dude, I don't know how much I can tell you guys. I was
drama.
I was about to set precedents. I was about to set streaming precedents again for like the third or fourth time. and I can't, and literally yesterday's announcement, I can't do it anymore. I was about to be the first streamer to ever sign like a contract that was just, I can't, I'm not, I just know that, like, maybe I'll be able to tell you what it was in the future, but like, it wasn't going to be an exclusive contract.
Interesting.
And I can't do that anymore. And I just lost millions of potential income, essentially. And I have to rethink my entire business strategy. Like
I wonder what he's talking about here. Is he just talking about the missed like sub-bit donation revenue that he was getting as an affiliate on Twitch, or is he talking about something else? Or no, he wasn't even an affiliate, right? Because as an affiliate, you can't even multi-stream. I mean, I do it, but I'm just kind of begging on the fact that Twitch isn't going to catch me. Like, what's Twitch going to do? Like Ninja, they would make an example out of him and they would ban his Twitch, which is why he doesn't do it. That's the worst thing they could do, right? They could just ban you. They couldn't like sue you or anything, but they would just ban your account. And obviously, Ninja has way more to lose in that regard than I do. But yeah, I don't know.
my entire All right. So crazy, dude. I could not believe that this is the decision that they went with, like, out of nowhere. So we'll see. I mean, I highly doubt they'll change this. They have no reason to, for backlash. They could give a shit about what other people think, and especially their community. You know, they're so tone deaf, again, like I said several times. So here's what I probably will do to just sum this up.
Oh boy, here we go.
Start.
Here we go.
I'm going to probably stream on Twitch in the mornings for like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, play a couple games, tell everyone to go over to YouTube, link my YouTube that's scheduled for like 45 minutes to an hour later, and just start siphoning off viewers from my Twitch, and hopefully they follow and will watch me on YouTube or TikTok or, you know, other platforms. Because obviously, you know, there's no other way to access your followers on Twitch. The only way to do that is by going live and speaking to them. All right, I can't send out a fucking email and everyone's going to see their email. That's not going to happen. No one does that shit. Oh, I got an email from Ninja on Twitch. Let's see what it says. Oh, it's a message. Please watch me on other platforms. Like,
yeah,
it's not going to happen. And that's that. And then my assistant will come over tomorrow. He's going to fix my TikTok. Oh, is that Cloud? What's up, buddy? He's going to fix my TikTok, so I'll start being live over there. Because right now I'm only live on Twitter, and I probably should kill Twitter right now because Twitter's live stream viewership when it comes to gaming is terrible. Bing. All right, so we are now only live on one platform. The Multicasting Ninja is live just on YouTube.
What do he uses for multi-streaming too? He probably uses Restream. Interesting. This is actually wild how out of touch really is. How out of touch Twitch really is. Don't worry, Ninja. We're here to support you on YouTube. Ninja has matured so much since he came up. Much love. Twitch has been rapidly declining, and it's clear to see why. Everyone should be boycotting it until they change their terms of service. Their idea of either stream here and only here get banned is extremely pathetic and a money grab. He shouldn't have announced he was doing that. Twitch will ban him out of spite. No, they won't ban him out of spite. That would actually be totally unhinged behavior. He's not breaking any rules. If Twitch starts banning people just from like personal spite shit, that would be fucking crazy. That would actually be fucking crazy. Yeah, Twitch isn't gonna do that. Unless he actually starts breaking some crazy rules. I don't know. Yeah, I'd love to know what Twitch's perspective is on all of this when they talk about it. Because there's got to be a reason. There's got to be a logical reason why they think doing this is... Because, like, we're either taking Ninja at his word, where he's saying that, look, I'm multi-streaming on all these platforms. If anything, I gained more viewers on Twitch. And we're assuming that the reason Twitch would get rid of this multi-streaming, disallow multi-streaming, is because they're afraid of people going to other platforms and money essentially rolling out the door. So both of those things can't be true. One of those assumptions is wrong. I wonder what Twitch is thinking. And I wonder if that data actually backs what Ninja's saying about multi-streaming. I would imagine it does. Because I think if you're going to be a YouTube watcher of Ninja, you're going to watch Ninja on YouTube. Like, people have different audiences, right? Like, if you're Ninja, I'm sure there's plenty of people that have always, ever, since the beginning of time, watched Ninja on YouTube. And then there's, like, a community on Twitch that only watches him on Twitch, right? And those are two separate communities. I'm sure that, obviously, there's going to be overlap, too, but I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. We will see. I'll be interested to, like, yeah, we'll just see what Twitch continues to do with the platform. I don't know. Who knows? I love multi-streaming though. I really do. I love it. I'm a big fan. But most of his community is on Twitch. Like, damn, that sucks. Yeah. And I think it's smart of him to try to like start siphoning viewers off of over to YouTube. I think that's smart. It sucks that he has to do that, but it is what it is. Because you really like he can't risk his Twitch getting banned. I do wonder though what there is to be said about like if Ninja's only purpose going live on Twitch now is just to advertise other platforms. I wonder if we're gonna see Twitch introduce some policy change soon where it's like the purpose of the live stream has to be for something other. You know what I mean? Like, and I think Ninja's kind of like arguing that in the sense of like he's gonna go live for 30, 45 minutes, play a couple games, and then tell everybody to go over to his YouTube. Like, I don't think that's against terms of service. But who knows, dude? Twitch has done some crazy shit in the past. So imagine if, like, imagine Twitch makes that a rule where you can't do any call to actions to other platforms. That would be crazy if Twitch did that. Essentially preventing Ninja from branching out to other platforms. That would be nuts. Check Discord. 15 dumbest criminals of all time. I don't know if I'm going to watch that right now. Honestly, I'm really hungry. It's late. I think I'm going to hop off. I've been live for 2 hours. I really thought I was going to be live for longer. I'm sorry, guys. I was just not feeling it as much tonight. But we reacted to a lot of good content. I really want to take some time tonight, too, to take all or a lot of this content that I do in these like Henis highlight streams and upload them to my Henis highlights channel, which that's what you guys are watching me on right now. If you guys haven't already, be sure to subscribe, leave a like at the stream. I want to do way more of these reaction streams, and I want to like actually start putting video content up on my Henis highlights channel too. So if you guys aren't subscribed to this channel, definitely do so. I would really appreciate it. It's the channel you're watching me on right now. I kind of upload like highlights from my live streams. A lot of times when I react to stuff either on my Henis highlights channel or sorry, when I'm live on ProHenis or when I'm live on this channel, definitely show me some love and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Yeah, you guys want to see let's do a quick Susie cam. All right, hopefully the audio doesn't glitch out here. Hi, baby girl. Hi. Hi. Hi, honey. What you do? What you do, Suze? Ignore my GFuel cans, okay? Oh, was the audio glitch? My bad. Yeah, I wonder if there's like a setting in here that I can go in and change, because I guarantee that just has to do with the audio bitrate. I don't know if there's anything I can do about that. It's probably has to do something with the yeah, something with the sample rate or something. I don't know. That'd be really great if I could get the like audio to actually like be working on this. Alrighty, guys. I love you all. Thank you so much for coming out. You guys are great. Leave a like in the stream. Subscribe as well if you guys are new. Thank you to everybody who contributed to the conversations tonight. Susie is like, and now back to my regularly scheduled sleep. True. So comfy. So cute. Good night, everybody. Thanks for coming out. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Until next time, everybody, keep gaming. And as always,